Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In case you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Tosi, and in case you've been here before, you already know you are welcome back, my Reggie. So guys, today we're going to be talking on how to overcome introvert problems. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, today's video I'm here to save the introvert girlies and the guys. Of course, if you're a guy, watch my video. I'm here to give one or two tips. Now, the first thing to solve your introvert problem is to know that you're an introvert, to embrace it, and to know that it's just a personality. It is not a bad thing. So now people always say, "Oh, I'm an introvert." Some people low-key don't like it. Yeah, that's the truth. Some people low-key don't like it. Some people are very shy about it. But you need to understand that it is just a personality. You need to be aware of it. You need to embrace self-awareness about it. It's a personality. It is not a problem. It is okay for you to be quiet. It is okay for you to want to stay by yourself. It is okay for you to not be the going out type. It is fine. It is just your personality. It took me time to come in agreement with this. Why? Because I was like, oh, friends are always going out, this and that. I legit have people tell me, oh, you're boring because you don't like to go out. Now here's the thing. It's not like I don't like to go out. I like to go out, but if I'm to pick going out and staying at home, I'm be indoors. I will be indoors. Yeah. So people will always say, oh, you're boring, that's why you don't go out, you are this. I just don't like, you know, going out. That's it. It's not like I'm boring. I'm not. Do you understand? So you need to understand that it's a personality, is something that you can manage, not something that you have to change. Do you get something that you can manage? There are times where you have to be open, you have to free yourself, right? And not just being like calm to yourself. Because to be honest, you cannot meet people that way. You cannot, sorry guys, you cannot meet people that way. You cannot improve on your communication skills. You cannot get over or overcome that social anxiety if you are always in your house. It's very, very important to know that. So it's a personality, you have to manage it, but it's not something that you should change. Yeah. The next one is to develop your communication skills. I have a video on communication skills. I'm going to see if I don't know if that will come before this, but nevertheless, I'm going to link it in my description box of this video. You need to develop your communication skills. Now, one thing that I feel like most people don't know about introverts is some of them don't know how to communicate. As an introvert, some they are very, very good with listening, but you know, speaking about their feelings, expressing themselves, some introverts don't know how to do that. And I'm sure for you to be watching the video, I'm sure you actually don't know that as an introvert too, but you have to work on your communication skills. You need to work on it because you want to be able to express yourself when you meet people. You want to be confident in the way that you speak, in the way that you communicate when you are like outside trying to network or something. So you need to develop a good communication skills. The fact that you're always home, you really don't understand how people, communicate or how people understand things. So you have to work on it, and by working on it, you need to go out. I think I'm going to get to that point later on, but you need to work on your communication skills. It's very, 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 very important. Yeah. So the next one is to invest in meaningful relationship. Now, because you're an introvert and you're trying to improve or trying to overcome it, doesn't mean that you should have too many friends. It doesn't mean that if anybody comes, this person is my friend. Oh, that person is my friend. Oh, this person is my friend. This is one mistake that I know that I made so much growing up, and especially in my 20s. I felt everyone I met was my friend, and I felt that everyone I met I had to have a relationship with. Why? Because I'm someone who doesn't go out. I'm someone who see the I've not had new friends in 10 years. No jokes. I've not had new friends in 10 years. And I felt like, okay, this person is, I'll hold on to this relationship, and they are not meaningful. It just call on to me early this year, and I deleted so many numbers because first off, they're just there on my WhatsApp. We don't speak. maybe it's my birthday, or I post a picture, or it's Christmas, or it's New Year, the relationship wasn't there, and it wasn't meaningful. It didn't just make any sense. Now my WhatsApp is dry, and I like dryness. Like, yeah, it's dry, boring. The people I have there are important people to me. There are people that I will still want to talk to. There are people that I still want to have a good relationship with, and there are people that I have meaningful relationship with over the years, and I cherish them so so much. So you want to work on having meaningful relationship with people, not the one that you will say, oh, I met this one somewhere, I have the number. I met this one that way, I have the number. You don't have to have too many friends. You don't have to have many friends in the aspect of, oh, you want to overcome your introvert problems. No, you don't have to have too much friends. Few, your circle very small, that's nice, and that is perfect. Very, very perfect. Like I said before, introvert is a personality, it is not a disease, it is not a problem, it is not something that you have to change. Being an introvert is not something that you have to change. Being an introvert is not something that you have to change. It is something that you can manage, and you should manage. It's very, very important to know that. Yeah. The next one and the last point is to practice active listening, right? So now I mentioned earlier that introverts are good with listening, but sometimes we're bored listening. And that's the truth. We are just bored listening because, I mean, we're good with listening, but is that the only thing? Sometimes as an introvert, you want to say something too, right? So it's always very, very important to work on your um um active listening, so that you get points on how to start a conversation back. Very important. As introverts, sometimes some people don't know how to start conversations, right? Allow the other person to start conversation. Listen to the person. Let's say the person is trying to, introduce themselves, and they tell you, oh, my name is this and that and that. I grew up in that and that and that. And they say something else, and you're like, oh, what was it like growing up in Obalindi? You just started a conversation because you were listening, not because you were just hearing. So it's always very, very important to practice the act of active listening as an introvert if you're trying to overcome the problems of the fact that maybe you can have a conversation, or the fact that maybe you can start a conversation. Listen very well. Let them speak first, and you listen, and they tell you, oh, and you say, oh, so what is it like living in Obalende? And they start telling you, before you know, you start the conversation. So it's always very, very important. Don't be shy when it comes to having conversations as an introvert. It can be very, I don't know how to put it, it can be very, not timid. It can be very, I would, for lack of better word, I would say it can be hard as an introvert to start conversations, right? But because most times, even when people are talking to you as an introvert, you don't have what to say, you can seem boring. But try as much as possible to listen, because that's where you start your conversation. 1 point or 2 points. When you now tell the person, oh, tell me what's it like to grow up in Obalende, and next thing they say, okay, so where did you grow up? You start a conversation. Don't be afraid to start a conversation. I know as introverts, sometimes conversation can be scary because, oh, what's that person going to say? Oh, what's that person going to ask? Oh, this and that and that. Listen, make your words precise, think about it very well. And if you have to, keep some information so that you don't seem boring later on. Especially if you are trying to be in a relationship as an introvert, and you're trying to meet people. It can be somehow sometimes, because sometimes you don't have what to say, right? If you have to keep some informations so that you can bring them up later, so it looks like you have something to say, and you do have something to say, please do that. But always practice active listening. It's really, really going to help you as an introvert. Yes. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Simple and short. I just thought to say one or two things to my introvert brothers and sisters out there. It is not a problem, guys. You just need to know how to manage it. That's it. So give me a thumbs up if you like this video, so YouTube can push my video out, and I can do more of this, and I can know if you like this particular style of video and I can do more of it. And subscribe, join the family if you're not. I'm really going to appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.